The Princess and the Frog is one of my favorite Disney movies for a number of reasons. It came out smack dab in the middle of my childhood, so I had the pleasure of seeing it in theater. I love the soundtrack, I love the characters, I like the twists on a relatively familiar story that we've all heard, but also because the film broke boundaries, not only including Disney's first African American princess and their only fourth princess of color, but also giving us an interracial friendship between two extraordinary women. And today I'm here to talk about Charlotte LaBeouf and why I think that she's completely underrated in the Disney catalog. First thing to note is how the movie sets up their friendship while still remaining true to the movie's setting. Tiana and Charlotte come from two different worlds, not because of their race directly, but rather their classes, with Charlotte's father being one of the richest guys in New Orleans, while Tiana lives in a poorer community. Tiana's mother, Eudora, is hired to sew dresses for Charlotte, and this allows her daughter to develop a friendship with her client. But Tiana and Eudora are never treated as clients in the eyes of the Buffs. Big Daddy leaves Charlotte in Eudora's care while he's at work. She reads to her and gives her motherly support, which is notable due to the absence of a mother figure in Charlotte's life. It's clear that Eudora and Tiana are treated as family friends rather than working class African Americans hired to cater to the rich white upper class, which was the reality in the 20s with African American jazz musicians performing for white audiences at various jazz clubs, but then not being allowed to sit in the audience. The Princess and the Frog never draws attention to Tiana or Charlotte's race. They instead flesh out a beautiful friendship that blossoms into their adulthood. As Charlotte grows up, she only becomes more and more spoiled. We never see her really work hard and do much except look pretty, but she is a truly incredible friend to Tiana. She never sees Tiana as an extension of herself. This is portrayed in the scene at the diner where Tiana has just been told over and over again that the dream of her restaurant will never be a reality. That is until Charlotte enters with her dad and tells her all about the ball. She asks Tiana to make a bunch of beignets for the ball and then proceeds to provide her the rest of the funds for her restaurant. Now, it's important to note here that Charlotte isn't just giving the money to Tiana because she's her friend. She's buying something from Tiana that she knows will help her reach her goal. This helps Charlotte evade the title of white savior associated with white people whose sole purpose in a movie is to use their white privilege to move along black characters or make their lives better. The trope can be seen in the entirety of The Help, a movie that I love but ultimately centers around Emma Stone's character's book about the Black Mage, which serves as a literal voice for them. If Emma Stone didn't lend her whiteness and societal power to them, they would have been stuck in the same demeaning position. Charlotte doesn't fall into this category, however, because she's helping without taking away from Tiana's hard work and accomplishments. After all, Tiana doesn't get the rest of the money unless, yet again, she works tirelessly to make a bunch of food for the party. Charlotte and Big Daddy could have easily offered Tiana a share of their money to blow to help her achieve her dream a lot quicker, but they aren't interested in taking away from Tiana's hard work. They admire her drive and want to see her reach her goal on her own. But perhaps Charlotte's best and most overlooked moment is in the scene where Lawrence, disguised as Naveen, gets to the ball, and Charlotte makes a stunning entrance and then dances with him. While this is happening, Tiana finds out from the owners of the old sugar mill that her restaurant is now out of reach. She then falls and spills food all over her, but at this moment, Charlotte comes back to eat. She then leaps into action when she sees her friend in distress. Rather than continue to dance with Naveen, her literal dream prince, who's standing in front of her, she chooses to help clean up her friend rather than live out her princess fantasy. It is noted in the scene that Charlotte doesn't really do a lot of listening to Tiana and just gushes about how happy she is that her dream came true, but Tiana is quiet the whole scene. We can assume she didn't even tell Charlotte about the restaurant. Charlotte is only a supporting character and sometimes even the comic relief. And think about that. The rich white girl in a story about a black woman achieving her dream could have easily served as a foil to Tiana, but she uses her privilege to help her friend in subtle ways without directly swooping in to save her with said privilege. The final scene where we see Charlotte really shine is towards the climax of the movie, where she again offers up her entire dream of marrying a prince for her friend who is dearly in love. She isn't jealous of Tiana, she doesn't throw a fit of how it's unfair because she's the white princess, so she should get the prince. She tears up in happiness for her friend and is happy for her finding true love, even if it was with someone who Charlotte was destined to marry. She sacrifices her happy ending to ensure one for her best friend, even though it goes against everything she ever had hoped for in life. Disney could have used Charlotte as a villain. They could have used her as a final obstacle for Tiana and Naveen's happy ending, but instead she serves as an amazing supporting character. And yet, I just don't see as much love from fans for Charlotte as I do other amazing, underrated Disney ladies such as Megara from Hercules or Esmeralda from The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Charlotte is just as an amazing character, just in a different way, and I feel like because she's the pretty, spoiled, popular girl-esque character, people don't appreciate her for the kind-hearted human she is. All that being said, Charlotte is one of the reasons why I love this movie so much, and one of the reasons why I think it remains so iconic, even in recent years. So, anyway, what do you guys think? Do you think Charlotte is an underrated character? Do you love her as much as I do? And what did you think of this essay? Let me know in the comments below, and stay tuned for my next video.